kill everyone. When live.
You can try. Last thing you guys remembered was Eldric and Magwell brought you through. They brought you to the room where there is a bunch of shattered monuments dedicated to Frisk that everyone kind of shattered when they thought that he abandoned them, which they still do. And then they brought you to the portal room, which is what they use to get all around the world in like quick amounts of times.
What do they want us to do something? Just join them?
They said that's the only way that they'll be able to deal with you correctly, because you guys kind of showed up out of nowhere and found their secret headquarters, and they don't really... They don't want to kill you, but like they don't really trust you to like walk away with their secrets.
Trust us.
Mr. Torrance, your son has a very extraordinary gift. I don't think you understand just how extraordinary it is. But your son is trying to use that gift against your will. He's trying to bring a third party into this situation. I'm not going to finish it. But I want to.
Eldric is sitting there, or next to one of the floating portals in the room. Just kind of has his arms crossed, staring at you guys. And Magwell is also up a little bit, floating upwards, also staring down at you. Dylan, you're an armadillo. I forgot, because you turned it back into an armadillo after they let you do that, and then you stayed a human Howland.
I just roll through a portal right past him.
Which one do you want to go through?
I have no idea. I didn't get a look at him.
Well, would you like to look around?
Investigate if there's a way to tell portals apart.
Well, they all look different, but at the moment they have 5 that are glowing, and they have explained to you that they have a mission right now that they have a certain assignment that requires people going to certain places, and they have 5 open, and they have already explained to you where they go.
I'm gonna need them to explain it again. Because, I'm a bit hard of hearing, and this was also like 2 months ago, so, if you wouldn't mind.
A temple dedicated to certain gods.
We had a plan.
Eldric
we
gods.
had a plan.
We did.
That's why I don't want to say anything, because we had one.
It involves Frisk.
Yes.
Going to his temple. Summoning Frisk to do something.
Yeah, you wanted to get Frisk. You wanted to...
I want Frisk, yeah. At any point, if we could do that, I'd need him back.
Well, why do you need him back, though? Because I remember specifically you said you just wanted to
fuck around. Because at the time, like, in Soulwood, it was so annoying. But outside of Soulwood, I don't think I'd be frustrated. Because, like, I had one goal in Soulwood, to get out. And Frisk just wasn't helping me with that. But in the real world, he can do that dumb stuff. And, that's whatever.
That is how it be sometimes.
He didn't have his powers. Of course he wasn't going to be able to help.
And he killed Mitch.
Yeah, we had to try and pull him off, but we couldn't.
No, that's not what happened.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You don't remember it correctly. Your dementia.
Alright. You wanted to see the blacksmith as well. You wanted to get more weapons. You wanted to see the blacksmith, and you were also just wanting to explore the castle, if that's what I remember.
Yeah. Yes.
So let me start the scene off then. After Eldric explains the whole mess to you, he crosses his arms and he stares at you two.
Hey.
Along with Magwell, who seems to be smiling, like not sinisterly, sincerely, down at the two of you, Rib and Howland. Do you guys say anything, or you just stare at them?
Stare.
I'm an armadillo. I'm played off.
Curl up in your
rolling
ball.
in circles in a ball.
After a bit of this, Eldric basically steps in front of the portal and points up at Magwell and says, "See, there's no point. We should just toss him into the desert."
Alright, and I'm like, alright, hold on. Stop right there. I get down on the ground and I do the worm right there in front of him. I go back and forth with it. I get up. And it was a good worm, too. I didn't fail at it. I pulled it off.
You want to roll, like, a charisma?
No, I'm not rolling for that. I did the worm. I'm not rolling for the worm. I know my character can do it. I did the fucking worm. I did the worm on him right there. He doesn't know what to think. He's just been served, and I do mean Southern style. Good night.
He cocks an eyebrow at you, and he says, What?
And I said, you just got served.
He presses his two fingers against the brim of his nose, and then he basically points up at Magwell, and then Magwell also shakes her head, and then puts both of her hands in the air, and then lowers it slowly. And as she does, the portal lights dim and turn off.
Mm.
And she says, "Well, they just got here. You just gotta give them some time to adjust before they want to do anything."
Mm.
What do you guys want us to do?
Well, we just want to. We don't want you walking around with our secrets out into the world. You just showed up out of nowhere. If it was any other situation, I would have just sent you on your way. But you ended up in this castle. So the only choices we have is to let you join or
What?
We get close to him. Where you going?
I turn into an armadillo now. Ain't that enough? Can't you guys just... I'm an armadillo. Like...
I didn't ask for this.
I didn't... Yeah, exactly. I didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for this either. He says.
Can you turn into something?
Yes, you can.
What do you turn into, huh? Guy?
Do it.
He cocks his eyebrow and then he shakes his head.
No, I get
No, do it.
I
I'm
get
an
up in his
armadillo.
face and I'm like, do it. Turn into an animal right now.
And you gotta turn into a frog.
No. No, I'm not joking.
Sirs, I can turn it. I turn into a very elegant animal, and it doesn't matter at this moment.
No, I want to know.
The ones
Nothing matters to anyone.
No.
That argument is stupid.
I would like to know, given that I got an armadillo and he got a frog, what did you get?
He's roll persuasion.
I'm not even trying to persuade
Are we both
him. I
rolling
don't care.
persuasion, or is
I
Dylan
don't
rolling?
care for the answer, but I would just hope that you would just tell me at least. Like,
I'm not gonna tell you.
why? That's why I fucking hate these games, David. Why? I asked him what animal he could turn into. How is that a secret? Like,
Okay.
it's gonna come out.
It will come out, but it's like, why does it matter? Me as the DM, roll that d20, roll persuasion.
Not that it does matter. Like, just general information that I should just be able to get because it doesn't matter. That's what I want.
No,
That's what I want.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. That's literally... I had to roll to ask him what he could do.
No, you can ask him.
I did.
And he said that I'm saying roll persuasion to see if that, like, because he's not here to impress you.
I'm not impressed by no animal changing. I just did it, huh? Right? I'm an animal. I'm not impressed.
Let me try my fate at this roll. Because I want to know, too. What is it?
10.
10 plus your persuasion. Persuasion 2, and you're proficient in it, so you also add your proficiency bonus, so 4. So that's a 14.
He better tell us for a 14, for fuck's sake. Let's find out what animal he is, damn boy.
He stares at you, Howland, with his eyebrow cocked, and his eyes shift towards Magwell, who nods, and then he sighs, and he basically takes both his hands and then swipes them down so they pass each other and come back up, and he turns into a proboscis monkey.
What?
A proboscis monkey.
Right, yeah, see, no, I heard what you said.
Don't look
but
it up.
That's a pretty fucking specific thing.
Look up whatever that is, I want to know.
It's...
Wait a minute.
You do it, Dylan, you do it.
Wait a minute. Is this the fucking monkey with the huge nose?
Yeah.
I knew it! I knew
So you're embarrassed. That's why you didn't want to do it.
Woo!
Embarrassed?
Oh.
How dare you? No!
Okay, then why wouldn't you do it? It didn't matter. I'm already an armadillo.
I'm not here to impress you.
Yeah, boy!
I don't know why.
I lean in real close to
I
him
get
and I'm
it.
like, bud, I got a spoiler here. So I just want to say that in Infinity War, Iron Man doesn't I'm like, well, listen, boy, I got a spoiler for you right here. You couldn't impress me, and you won't.
You know, he puts his hands in his head, and he puts his head in his hands, and he points to Magwell, and he just waves his hand, and then he unbuckles one of his armor pieces, and he says, "I'm going to bed early," and he walks out of the room, leaving you with...
As he walks out, baby!
And then he walks away, leaving you with Magwell.
You got a big fucking nose, dude!
Look, Magwell, I'll totally join the monkey guy. He's weird. I don't know why he wouldn't just say that. He didn't even have to turn into a monkey. He could have just said, I turn into a monkey, and I would have just gone with it. That's all I needed to hear.
Well, Eldric he's under a lot of stress right now.
All I'm saying is that attitude doesn't help it.
Listen, I understand your two's... You came out of nowhere. You came here not of your own will.
Right.
Sometimes people just show up there.
And that's, I just treat people how I'd want to be treated. And, I turned right into the armadillo. He wouldn't even tell me.
I would like to point out while this is happening, I'm just pissing on something that doesn't need to be pissed on. Like, I just want that to be a thing.
You're pissing on one of the empty portals.
Yeah!
Why are you doing this?
Because I gotta go! Whoa!
Now let me ask you guys. And
Yeah?
Howland, why are you doing that?
I gotta go! Please!
What are you two after?
Ooh. And I stop pissing, I do the little shake, I'm like, well... Well... to answer that question.
Well, basically, I just want to get good. And being a ranger. And I got sucked into the Soulwood stuff.
Soulwood?
Yeah. No, not going to go into it. Just understand that.
Alright.
It's a pocket dimension. I got sucked into it. I had to fight my way out with him. We showed up here. Then we get stuck in some booby traps. And now I'm an armadillo. And that guy wanted to give me attitude? I don't even know who that guy is. And he's just mad? Come on now. Over here. See how there's no point to these conversations?
That's understandable why you're stressed too, but you gotta work with us. Like, you didn't come here of your own will either,
What do you mean? Work with you. You gave us two options, join or die. That's not working with someone. It's pretty hostile if you ask me. Sounds like some extortion, possibly? Possibly?
Whatever it is, it's pretty fucking gay.
Doesn't seem fair.
You know, you're right. How about you cool down, dearie?
And as she says that, she floats up and phases through a wall. And then she phases...
I am ungodly mad at her telling me to calm down.
And then she phases back and she says, "Take a look around the castle and get back to me." And then phases back.
I just imagine he's like, "What'll you do?"
Are there any doors?
Phases out,
Where
comes
I'm at?
back. Woo!
Well, this is one room, and then there's a door that leads out.
Howland, you gotta go out in the hall.
Why?
You gotta go out in the hall.
Why don't we just live here?
You just gotta go out in the hall.
We'll just live in this room.
You just gotta go out in the hall.
I turn into a frog and I crawl under something. I'm like, I'm living here. This is
Alright.
my house now.
I turned back from an armadillo?
You both have
An
only one
option.
more time that you can do that.
Good. Not sure when that was useful.
All right.
Start beating my meat in the corner.
I'm just trying to.
Can you not?
I'm pissed. I gotta calm down, bro. Gotta calm down.
feverishly masturbating. I pray that
And
Eldric walks in and
It
sees
sticks
it.
to the wall.
Oh no!
Doesn't drip down at all. Like it's stuck to the wall.
Howland, you watch this whole thing happen.
I do not watch this whole thing happen. I'm like hiding under a bench, like trying to go to bed, just like sitting there like a sleepy frog. I just wake up and I just see it on the wall. I'm like, yeah, you did. It's like, I know what happened.
You guys gonna have a conversation with each other, or what are you guys doing?
What are you gonna do?
Where are we right now?
It's in Pink Castle.
Damn. Where in the castle?
a room that I masturbated in, so we should probably leave.
So that's what that smell is. And pick me up and take us away.
Alright, well, we walk out into the hall. What's there?
Well, when you walk out into the hallway, you see three different ways that you could go. You could go straight, left, or right. And it's just this nicely pastel-y type pink bricked wall all around. One's going as far down as you can see. You see a bunch of different people walking around, talking. It's kind of like a hallway, but not as loud with people talking and walking around. It's light. You like the stone is causing light. There's nothing from a torch, but there's also several doors as far as you go.
Where's the closest person?
The closest person? It's probably towards the left. Some guy who's a gnome walking, a little black gnome.
Is he walking like towards me or away?
Away.
So I catch up to him because I got long legs.
Right.
I pat him on the back and I say, "What's up, man?" Because I had to wipe the nut off my hand. And then I say, "All right, man, I'll see you later." And we investigate whatever door was literally closest to the door we came out of. To the left.
To the left of the portal room.
So you walk out of the portal room, turn left, first door.
All right, that's a little bit farther away. But as you
was there one closer to the right or straight?
No.
So left.
Yeah, but that's still not like woof woof. That's like 10 feet down.
Okay.
Cool.
I take a step. I'm there.
Howland, what are you doing?
He's on my shoulder.
I was going to say, I'm a frog. I'm just going with him.
All right.
Let's go.
Do you just open the door? The door is closed. It's not just like a hall.
I knock. I don't wait for the answer. I walk in.
Okay. As you knock, you hear just a muffled. You just hear a muffled. Huh?
No, I'm already walking in. What do I see?
As you walk in, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh my god. No, him. He's a fucking frog.
You're the one walking in!
He's on my shoulder.
Fine, both of you make dexterity saving throws.
His better be a disadvantage for being a frog.
Fuck you! I don't have any disadvantage.
He'd have an advantage of anything because he's a frog. He can leap away.
I'll jump away.
The French eat frogs. They give up on everything.
Yeah, the French are snench. It's 17.
Okay.
Plus 2, whatever the fuck, and then like at least 1 for another thing.
What do you mean?
It was fucking...
Look at your dexterity.
Oh, God damn it, I thought it was
Give me a
persuasion.
different die.
Damn it.
I saw that.
Because I don't like... No, trade die.
What?
Your die.
No, don't take my dice.
No, that's the only fair way.
So plus 1.
No,
okay, so
these
18.
are always mine when I come here, which means...
Do you want another one? I got several.
Yeah, they could be several cheating kinds.
Where's the fucking... Oh.
You're not re-rolling that. So here's what happens.
Oh, I'm not re-rolling? Why do you have such fascination with which die I use? Do I have to use that die specifically?
My whole world is about color.
Oh, okay. Okay, right. So you didn't put that die in the oven?
No,
So
I
it would
didn't.
roll lower?
No, I
'Cause
didn't.
that's how you do it.
No.
I know,
Anyway,
it's simple.
here's what happened. So as you just hear, huh? And as you walk in, you just get beamed in the face with a staff. And Howland, you see this. Like, you hop as it passes by his shoulder, and you hop off of it, and it just whacks you in the face. It doesn't do any damage, it just irritates you.
I grab it.
The staff?
It clearly hit me in the face, but I grab it. I'm like, what?
You see a...
Who's holding it?
There's this, black... human with a big afro and looks like a sweaty, blindfolded by a white bandage.
Jimi Hendrix is in the room with me.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
ripped the staff from him.
Her.
It.
As soon
There
as
must be some kind of way out of here!
so as soon as you so here's what you walk in, get hit in the face, and then you grab it. As soon as the staff hits you in the face, the person grabs the blindfold, rips it off, and then jumps backwards, letting the staff go as you grabbed it. And she puts her hands up with 2 fingers and a thumb to the side, and the other 2 held into a fist, and then her other hand next to her. And she goes,
What the hell?
I stealthily jump onto her afro right now.
Roll dexterity.
Which one is it?
No, that's not a stealth.
What do you mean? He said I stealth.
Oh, stealth.
I stealthily jump onto her afro.
Because like if
I
she
don't think
saw,
she'd be able to.
if she
Can
saw,
you feel
yes,
something land on your afro?
yes.
if you saw a frog coming though, you'd swat it away or
Yeah,
move.
if you saw it.
So it'd have to be
Which
stealth.
is why it's stealthily.
Okay, roll stealth with disadvantage because she's.
Fuck you!
No, she's distracted by me.
No disadvantage.
What do you mean?
Oh,
It's a 6. Don't even try
I
it.
thought it was 9. Is that 9 or 6?
There's a
Nine.
period. No, that's a 6.
9.
It's a 6.
David, I'm gonna say it's a D20 and I make it.
No, that's a 6.
How
Now,
do you know?
because there's it goes
You don't.
like, oh my, shut the fuck up. Give me that.
David, that is a D20, clearly.
Yeah, I answered do 20, but you rolled a 6. Now, roll dexterity. Dexterity.
Is
yeah.
this the same
Yeah,
one?
it's the same one.
For what?
To make it under the fucking afro. 14? Yeah, that.
You weren't stealthy, but you fucking clumped into her head.
Yeah. Well, she knew it was happening, but it's still So as she took off the blindfold, you just fall into her hair,
Yeah.
and then she tries reaching up to grab you.
And I go, get away. Get away or I'll pee right now. I say that. I say,
When her
touch
hands
me
are
and
up.
I will pee.
Wait, do I have any of my things?
Yeah, you have your stuff.
Alright, I'd point my crossbow at her with her staff behind me, like, held behind my back so, like, she couldn't do any magic on it. Hopefully.
Her staff?
Pray.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got your
I'm
staff
like, hey,
up
lady,
your
don't
ass
move.
right now.
Well, okay. So, first she goes, first off, and she points to the frog, and she
He
says,
thought you were hurting me. Which you did.
as you put your eye, like, as you're, like, shifting your eyes,
Yeah, like, come on now. We're not all in
is he with you?
Yes. Yes.
And then she just kind of looks up at the frog, which is you, Howland, and she says, do you mind?
Yes.
Okay, fuck. Roll.
Touch me and I'll pee! David, she's not gonna touch me if I say that, because I
She's
will
not going
pee.
to touch you.
I will piss all over her afro and she's gonna have to shower.
Oh my
There's
god.
no showers in the desert.
I will piss so hard. God.
Roll dexterity.
For what?
You're about to find out.
What do you...
Just listen to me. What is that? 19?
Yes.
Alright.
So fuck
She
you.
tries shaking off her afro, but you just hang on.
Yeah, I am.
You should probably just go with it.
I'm
and
sta-
just have the conversation we're gonna end up
I just
having.
shout. I'm like, I'm staying up here for a minute.
She sighs and she says, you better not piss or I swear to God I will brain blast you the second I can.
And I just look at her. I'm like, I'm up on her head, and I'm like, listen, be mad at yourself, right? You're the one who's got the soft hair here.
Have you even been here before?
Shut up. That is my argument. Shut up.
No.
Oh. Are you the people that beat Foley in that rap battle?
Easily.
And if we were,
Then I'd say you guys are a couple of two cool dudes.
then yeah, we are.
I lean up on the door frame. I'm like, well, you look pretty cool yourself, and you know how to handle the staff.
As soon as you lean up against the door frame, she rolls her eyes.
Oh, she's playing hard to get. That's so much harder than in
A little
Soulwood.
fighting, you. I like that.
As you guys look around the room, you see that it's just built in like shelves and everything. There's weapons all over the floor, big, small ones all over the place. Different types of metals, different types of contraptions. There's 2 of them. You took the other one, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Go halvesies.
So what's on the shelves?
So a bunch of different types of weapons, and behind her, you can clearly feel that there's some type of heat going on. Like you can feel the heat radiating from the forge behind her. So using your senses of fuck, why'd you
I didn't do anything.
you dropped the dice?
David, you're the dice.
Stop doing that. Nice.
That's this game is rigged.
It's not rigged, Dylan.
Just don't roll a dice like a maniac.
I can't get low rolls every time. Otherwise, it's rigged. I just got 2 twice. Explain that. 3 times and it's fucking science.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
What was it?
It was a 3.
Stop rolling it.
Highest roll of the day. 10 rolls in. It's a 5.
Anyway, you can clearly tell that this is the forge, and she's hanging out here, and that she's been practicing with the staff. And she's in a black tank top and a black, short shorts.
You know, if you ever want to practice together, we work something out.
She rolls...
I haven't gotten much training recently. I've been dealing with a lot. I got a lot of responsibility.
I can't tell if you're flirting or if you don't know. She's going to roll insight.
Let's keep it that way.
She's going to roll insight on you.
I'm going to block that?
How are you going to block that?
We're just having a casual conversation. You don't have to investigate me here. I don't know, lady, I haven't said let's fuck yet. We're getting there. Oh. I am a bugbear. I don't even know if you will. I don't know what kind of standards these people have. They have those kind of standards? Should I even try this? Are humans and bugbears not
not normally, but I feel like you're the type of sleazy.
But I could?
You could. I feel like you could try. I feel like
making big plays out here.
You know.
And while this is going
I
on,
can take a staff hit, so you need any bodies.
I'm just up on her hair, and I'm doing this to you as the frog. I'm just going like this on her hair.
Hello, my hello, my baby. Hello, my sweet time girl.
Honey, if you suck me, then honey, you... Oh.
You just gotta be playing, when she first knocks you off, you gotta play Run Around Sue by Dion. And then, a little later, after you get over it, you gotta play The Wanderer.
The Wanderer?
Yeah. Dion. It's fucking development in its purest form.
Oh, that was me.
Run Around Sue.
Who's called me?
He's got a girl who cheats on him all the time.
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
Wanderer,
right.
He just goes around town to town fucking girls he doesn't even know anymore.
What are you looking for, Ed?
Somebody just called me. I thought it was Dylan's phone.
Oh. So, that she kind of backs off a bit.
You know how just the face of this monkey when he finally did it out of fucking being annoyed?
Yeah.
He probably just big ass nose just
just staring
like real talk.
Fuck. I want this.
I want to die.
So
I could have dealt.
She goes,
I'm Delilah.
We all know what just came to mind.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York?
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I've seen that before.
You can't change your animals.
This is a snub-nosed monkey.
I've seen those before, and I've always been like, damn, I want that.
Rhinopithecus.
Look at them, Dylan. They're alien monkeys.
And are you going to have a conversation with the clearly...
Eddie should have been a blobfish. That'd be so much more funny.
No, fuck you. You be the blobfish.
No, well, I mean, either way, just to turn into a blobfish at any time, it's like, all right, powers.
Just we're fighting someone.
Activate.
Just like turn into the blobfish.
Right.
Plop down.
Gotta just like plop.
Just like, yeah, bring it on, pussy. Or just like, like I was gonna fight you, but I feel bad now. Kind of feel sorry.
She goes, I'm Delilah. And you are, and she points to you, Howland, as a frog.
I'm just a frog, man. I'm just a normal frog.
One frog in an afro.
It's gonna find out that being a frog ain't so much fun.
I'm like, my name's Rib. Been them.
Go Rib. As soon as he said, I'm just on the afro and I go real.
Alright, now,
That's what happens.
What can I do for both of you?
We just kind of investigated.
I was going to say, I asked
Mar-a-Lago
what do
back
you do?
there asked us, or told us we could...
Mara what?
Mar-a-Lago?
Magwell?
Magwell had said that we could look around. And she did not say that we would get hit in the face.
Well, you kind of just
walked in.
I knocked.
Let
Let the record show I knocked.
I'm up
And
on her
then
afro.
walked in.
And I just
knocked?
cut him off, and I'm just like, I dangle my little frog arm down. I'm like, ma'am, what do you do here?
Well, I'm the blacksmith.
That's... It's racist. Seems racist.
It seems like you guys are the
I've
racist
only
ones.
met one black character in the game. It was Blacksmith.
Selena.
Selena's black.
She was in the last camping.
That's Selena?
Yeah.
That's not what I thought Selena looked like.
What you
Selena
think she
looks
looked
like a fucking mutant.
I don't even know what I think. I didn't think she really had a look. I just knew her clothes.
I just imagine Toriel. That's...
Well, she was black, and then she mixed with Drellic, and then she got...
Not black.
Well, she had... Anyway,
He went ahead.
that seems kind of...
Things David's editing out. Did you just want to mark this now? Like, check the time? So you just go right back in there to
I
that?
have to go through all of it.
Just
anyway.
mark the times. Like, anytime we start memeing, just fucking
But I
look.
have to go through all of it then! Every time! Because there's not one bit that I have to go back to, because it's always a meme!
David, I don't know what you thith was going on, but whatever
I
it
just
was.
want to have a fucking conversation.
Here we go. And it was.
Is there any reason why Eldric isn't giving you... Eldric isn't giving you the tour? He usually gives the tour to newbies.
No, he was,
Eldric's got a big fucking nose and an even bigger attitude. That's what's going on.
I asked him what animal he turned into, and it was a big fight. Like, I was an armadillo when I walked in there, and the dude just wouldn't say he was a monkey. Like,
That's kind of strange. He's always, like,
Yeah, I
the
don't-
one to turn into that. He's a real party animal.
yeah, dude, he had a stick up his ass with me. I was pissed.
Well, you guys kind of are newbies. Like, as far as I know, I wasn't at the big old...
Okay, I don't wanna put too much on you. I don't wanna put my problems on you, but me and him, we were in a pocket dimension. Trapped there.
I just stop it, all of it right now, and I'm just like, hey, check this out, and I dangle my little arm down there.
You give the hand circle?
Just like, hey, check this out.
Make another dexterity throw.
No!
Yeah.
No, I won't.
The more you keep fucking around, the more she's gonna, like,
Shut up.
do it.
No,
No, she is wooed by me currently. Woo.
You want to make a roll?
No, I'm still working here. Eddie keeps ruining it.
Listen, Dylan.
Eddie, I just beat my meat. I'm ready to go.
Yeah?
Ready to go.
Listen, dude, I'm a frog.
No, I
That's
don't,
all
I
you
don't
gotta
know.
know.
We were in a pocket dimension. We finally made our way out of it. We were transported to the middle of the desert. So this little Syld stole shit from us, so we followed her. Took us here. We ended up in a dungeon, turned into animals. Then we met that guy, and he just started telling us that he was going to kill us or we had to join, and I don't know. I
That
don't
guy's
like
a
that
real
attitude
asshole.
from the start, so it was just real buttheads, but
I mean,
whatever.
I guess. I
you
mean,
win a rap battle, you think it means something. You know what I'm saying?
I
What
mean,
is the world coming to?
These people up here don't know what street cred is.
Right.
I guess it really is rough. I actually I joined accidentally through a mission. Not accidentally. I met some of the agents outside, and then
So it's like a pyramid scheme?
well, not really. It's if you believe in it, you believe in it. If not,
What is there to believe in?
well, I just came from a village of people that didn't agree with the way that the whole hierarchy system worked. Like, if you're not born into it, you don't exactly live the best. So why?
Right.
My parents were kind of victims of the system.
Little bit gay.
Oh, man. That's tragic.
My parents.
Back
were
to me, though.
Bugbears.
Back to me though.
No, I'm kidding.
Listen,
Well,
I'm gonna let
obviously-
you finish. I'm gonna let you finish, but
That's something I can get behind. You know,
God.
as a bugbear, I get dirty looks everywhere. No one ever really gives me the time of day I think I deserve for what I'm worth.
people try to eat me when
So
I'm a frog.
I could imagine what it's like.
So we're just kind of here, especially with the whole Genasi and the war for power. Basically,
What are the factions at war currently?
Oh, Mr. Frodo.
the dwarves.
Stop! Don't say it like that.
The dwarves.
David, it's fucking.
I'm just gonna go. She tells you about how the Genasi are trying to take over, and they've already taken over a huge chunk. The humans have been toppled. Desmond Shattershield, he was basically royal guard to the king, and he was framed by someone killed the king, and then they basically...
You know what we should do?
What?
We should save Desmond to drag Dwight back into this.
Do you remember where... Okay, your king...
He went right to the Genasi
Yeah, he went to
capital.
Esperero.
But I mean, it's been like a day or two. Did he walk straight in?
Yep.
I was gonna say, like, Dylan, here's the thing. Best case scenario, it's a meme. But worst case scenario, we go to get Dwight and he's already dead.
But
and that's
if you guys remember, when they were talking about the portals, about the current assignment they had to do, one of them was Espero.
Like, that's not...
One of them was the portal to go to
And
Espero.
that's when Desmond went through. I remember that.
Yep. There's Espero, there's an unknown... There's Espero, there's an unknown city, there's Mudtown, Kyrie Canyon, and Fables were the 5 places that people had to go to.
Can we have a conversation?
You and Ed, or you
Can we get some fucking... He's magic. Can he just talk to me here in my head?
No.
Please,
Why? Why can't
You
I
don't
do
have those spells!
magic.
Here, I want to work with you on your spells, but I don't think that you have... Like, if you had that ability, if you were like, I want to acid splash someone, or
Okay.
I wanted to use some type of, like, ability... If you wanted to levitate for a little bit, I would let you. But...
Well,
don't-
I want to talk to
Well,
him.
here's my thing.
Then how
on it,
about you
alright?
excuse your guys self from...
I'm not done.
Well,
with
that's
it.
not
I'm
that's
with
not
him.
as cool, and it's not as useful. This is my thing. All right, I can conjure fucking acid and throw it at somebody.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I can't talk to Dylan in the mind when he's in the same room 5 feet in front of me?
Yeah!
I could get this if, like, we're talking...
Howland, it all comes
like-
back to you being lazy in your training.
Right here.
You just
But,
flipped them up.
like, I could imagine if Dylan was literally all the way on the other side of the castle, then it's like, alright, fair enough. But, like, that's some basic-ass magic.
But none that you have established in the fiction. If you did this, if you established, like, a narrative where you went, like, here, and you were talking to him, and, like, I think we were going to be working with each other for a while, and you basically formed a connection, like a telepathic connection with him through sorcery, yeah, I'd let that go.
Okay.
But I don't think he...
I shout at him, I'm like, hey, Rib. Well, I don't shout, I'm like, hey, Rib, come here.
I come up to him, and now I'm like right in her ear, but I'm above her because I'm taller.
And she goes, hey, what are you guys doing?
And I ask
sorry.
her, would you please excuse us and turn around real quick?
She turns around.
I could just, hand you the frog.
No!
No, that doesn't.
This
no.
is soft.
This is eye to eye here. This is the best communication we've ever had.
This is soft, you're helping us out, be cool.
Here, just I want your input on this too.
All right.
Howland, what do you think about being infiltrators? Because we're not the heads up kind of fight kind of guys, but we could definitely portal into some places and back door.
That could work, and I like your idea, but I'm gonna need you to turn around.
I turn around.
No, not... Okay, hold on. Let me establish this real quick, because I'm gonna write something on you, and I need you to tell me where you want it to be written.
I'd like to know.
Dick and...
No, it's something serious.
All right.
Like, kick me?
No, it's a rune.
Oh my god, this reminds me of my favorite moment between you two.
My
was
ass cheek. My right ass cheek.
I'm not going near your ass as a
No,
frog.
like the
That's not
side.
happening.
The side of my ass.
Why do you want it there?
Because I can hide it if I want it,
You
for
can hide
work-
it on your
for-
side!
For work.
Shut up! No! Nowhere on your lower torso, you fucking pleb.
But you can't put it on my toe or my foot. Or
I don't want to!
Where did you want to put this?
I was thinking on the shoulder, or maybe like on the side here, or something.
She goes, holy fuck, and she just rips off a piece of paper and hands you a piece of paper and then a feather with some ink on it. Just fucking, if you don't want to say it in front of me, just god damn it.
No, it's not the same! And I smack it away, I'm like, no! It's not the same!
No, oh my god, I can't wait till the first time.
All
you
right,
need
do
a
it
weapon
across
from
my
me.
ribs.
I swear to God.
Hey!
Damn
we're-
sugar
We're all
plum,
friends
sugar.
here. I don't know. He's got to
Okay.
do something real quick. Just,
But I get up with my
Hold
little
on.
frog hands, and I like press them to his ribs, and I conjure up this glowing purple magic rune that's about like that big.
What is it? What this is important. What is the shape? What does the rune look like? Here.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I get an input on this? Let's see. We're going to go like this. And then, like this.
No, keep in mind, this is on your guy. This isn't on me. This is you.
What do you mean?
So you just drew a dick.
No, this is a rune that's
I know,
going to be on you
Okay, fine, but he's drawing a dick.
forever.
No, it's Squidward. My bad.
Okay, so I'm just going to draw this. If it was a pen, that would work.
I'm Squidward.
Fucking...
Just kidding. Jesus.
That was just an X.
That's a T.
That's the blue one is the fucking rune. That's what it is.
The blue one. Okay.
Bitch.
So,
The blue.
so imagine a diamond.
Let me see.
Now, you've established this as a...
It is a magical rune of my creation.
It's two
Okay,
triangles at different angles with something in the middle.
Okay, so I'm just imagining the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like the way their shapes are, and then that just object in the middle. I see it. It's right here, but I'm trying to record it so I can I'll take a picture. I'll just take a picture of it and post.
You're a picture.
So
Looks so shit, too.
okay, you conjure that onto his ribs,
Okay.
and then
What does that do?
Now that this rune is on you, we can talk telepathically. Anybody who has this rune, I can communicate with their mind.
that's fair.
I start sending him naked pictures of ladies.
Doesn't work both ways.
So how would a conversation work?
It works both ways.
You just said in fiction it doesn't work both ways. So I just imagine you trying to sleep and Howland's just like, hey, what's up?
I can't, if it didn't work both ways, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, alright, well, I can't even annoy him back. Like, he's just pissing me off.
God.
So okay,
I created the rune, though, so I'm pointing out right now. I can block it. Like, you can't get into my mind whenever you want. Like, I can turn it off.
Until I supersede the broom.
The little magic boy here.
all right. And she goes, "Can you get off my head, please?"
And I say, why? It's so nice.
Just jump off and go back
All
to a
right.
human.
And then she basically takes out her hand and she makes two hand circle signs and then puts them behind her head and comes back up and they're locked. And then she turns into a coyote and then you fall to the ground.
No! Still on her head.
No, you fall to the ground and she steps away.
I'm wasting my armadillo abilities to feel included.
As you're
Don't make me land on the ground. Make me fall on a pillow or a couch or some shit at
No, I
least.
turn into an armadillo and I catch him.
okay.
I roll over there, he lands on my belly. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
You could have just reached out and grabbed me. No.
And as she turns into a coyote, she scampers, not out of the room, but she scampers far away from you, Howland, as the frog.
Bitch. Punk
And then I ask her, what do you guys do for fun around here?
Well, it depends. What do you guys want to do?
She takes out a bunch of weed. She's like, this is what we do.
Take out a baggie. It's got white powder in it. You cool? Pretty cool, man?
You cool, bro?
Is she cool?
Her ears perk up.
She's cool! I'm like, alright, lady, come over here to show.
How did you fucking get that in Soulwood? Or how did you have that in Soulwood?
I have. When I was fucking caught by the trees, what was I doing?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was on shrooms. I got them. The drugs are there. I just always have another mat of fur that I pull another thing out of. But it's always just something that could never
It's like
help
some
us.
Tommy Pickle shit.
It's not like I'd pull out the coke if we were going to go into a fight and I needed to get hyped up. That's never when I would use it. It's only now.
She says, this isn't the only place in the entire castle. There's places to go.
Why don't you show me?
Okay.
Howland, you check out the other part of the castle.
No.
Check out the other part of the castle!
I will not.
Alright, I throw a roofie at him.
You will not. You will do no
You
such
guys have
thing.
to establish if this is in telepathy.
Me yelling at him to go to the other side of the castle is telepathic.
Okay.
And then I'm like, bro, just look down. And he sees my erection. And I'm like, eh?
An armadillo erection. God damn it.
Dylan, I'm gonna give you so much disadvantage if you try to persuade her to fuck you.
I wouldn't try to persuade her. That's coercion. And coercion is sexual assault. So, what I would do is I would wait until she decided to jump my bounds. And then I would just say no. So I was in the right, and I'd feel good about myself.
So, like, when,
No, don't even. I'm gonna fuck her.
Alright, sure.
As an armadillo and as she's a coyote.
Alright.
I'll be thinking about Nick.
Can you guys just tell me what the fuck you guys are doing?
I don't know. I don't really know. They said go check out the castle, so I'm talking to her.
Alright, so this is what she does. She goes and
We have the baggie to deal with.
No.
Is she cool or is she not cool?
She said cool, but, like, not now.
Oh, okay. So I put it...
You put it away.
I took it out when I was a person, and now I'm an armadillo. I don't know where my pockets are. I gotta hold this. The baggie's hanging from my mouth.
Alright, that's fine.
Die!
So she basically montage of her showing you guys like this was the religious temple where we had things here, and then she takes you to a place where the
We're
auditorium.
all still animals.
Yeah,
Okay.
she takes you. And also keep in mind there's a whole bunch of different races: orcs, half orcs, elves, humans, dwarves.
Are they
gnomes.
cool or?
Dwarves.
Because I got this in it's out. It's there.
Everybody knows.
Everyone's looking at it, but also keep in mind they're after a complete type of anarchy society where there's no like real
Oh,
law.
beautiful. This is where we need to be.
Taking me from "oh no you didn't" to "I wish a motherfucker would." I hope somebody tries to take this fucking baggie.
And so she shows you the auditorium where you guys were having your little fun, and then she shows you a place where there's like sports, but also there's animals and there's all different types of races just roaming around. But then she shows you certain places like this is where we do training, and she like slides the door open, and there's so many different people, like different types of people. It's all dark and illuminated and looks like strobe lights going on, and she only cracks it a little bit. And there's these figures in there, all different types of shapes, basically. All of them, though, are wearing these kind of dim at the moment, but every time a strobe light hits it, it kind of glows neon. Pink hoods that, like, masks that go over, but they have this this circular white face with black kind of decals, like X's for the eyes, and then there's a kind of a straight line for the mouth, and a painted on tongue that's coming out of the thing, and stitches onto it. So basically, if I draw it,
I ask her, those come off, right?
oh yeah, the agents only wear that when they go out.
Okay, good.
So
Just make sure.
they look like this.
Okay.
Um,
I noticed there was another circle on the paper.
yeah, that was a bad one. That was a bad version. It wasn't right. And she goes, yeah, those are basically like you guys are kind of young. You're basically newbies. You can't really make it to the team right off the bat to be agents to go out and infiltrate. These guys are training for some like major stuff to happen.
Like what?
Well, I'm sure Eldric probably mentioned it to you, kind of teasing the idea of going out. We're trying to find these five items to, he there was some.
He did mention there was 5 missions to choose from.
Yeah. Wait, did he say that you guys would go?
Yeah, he had offered them.
He was probably just trying to get you guys on board. There's no way he'd send newbies
Well,
out there.
the thing is, with the experience I've had, I wouldn't sign up if I couldn't go out. Like, I wouldn't sign up to sit around this castle.
Well, I understand there, but you got to understand, like, some of these guys have been training for longer than you guys. You guys are kind of babies compared to them.
They fought their way out of
David?
a pocket dimension
David?
through 6 gods.
David, this is a character-defining moment. Let me do this.
Okay.
Let me do this.
You might have to roll for it. I will let you know.
Lil. She
Okay.
calls us babies, right?
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. And I just, like, the door's cracked open. I push it open a little bit more. I snap my fingers. Nothing fatal or anything. But everybody in that fucking room just flies up, hits the ceiling, and comes back down.
You're gonna have to, I will give you this. You got an advantage on this. Only because, there's no combat going on. This is a surprise attack.
Fuck yeah.
And
it's like a fucking hurricane goes off in the room, just...
I need you to roll a d20. You got advantage, but
which
adding
your... D20?
That's the d20. Adding your spellcaster's modifier.
Where is that?
It should be right... That's a plus 3. 18 plus 3 is a 21.
Yeah.
Roll again for advantage.
12.
Alright, and let me set the stage for this perfectly.
Alright, go for it.
She says we're babies, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, watch this. And I open the door, I crack it open, and just the lights go out. Everybody's like, what the fuck? And
you hear a guy go, hey, I can't hear you.
Ah! But I snap my fingers, and everybody in the fucking room, just like a hurricane goes off. They fly around the fucking room, hit the ceiling and shit, and everybody just gets nobody gets really hurt, but everybody's just gets fucked. They, fly everywhere, hit the ceiling, the lights explode, and they come back down. And I just go, and I close the door. Yeah.
You hear a guy, you hear, they go, and then you hear someone just go, what the devil was that? Jesus, what was that? And then Delilah goes, oh, we gotta go, and she starts pushing you away.
I start rolling. Actually, before, I'm like, alright, I got this. And I dump the baggie on my face. And I just, because I don't know what to do as an armadillo. I don't know. It's got a long snout, but the floor is dirty, so. Take a bump. I'm gone! I'm just rolling my little heart out.
Can you guys make stealth checks for me?
Why? I was
gonna say, I'm a frog, so I better have some kind of advantage here.
I'm blatantly rolling right now. I'm not even being stealthy.
13. Where's my stealth even on this?
Stealth is...
I got 14.
Plus dexterity, which is right there.
Stealth plus 1. Okay, so 14 as well.
16.
Alright, you guys all... So, Delilah, as a coyote, kind of pushes you around a corner, and then you just hear the door opens, and she goes, shh, and you hear another guy goes, whoever you were, I'm gonna find you, and you will hear about this. And he shouts this down the corridor. You guys don't see what's happening, but you hear just a little pause, and then he says, what are you looking at? And then he slams the door, and then you see just a little gnome walking by you, past the hallway, looking around like, oof, what was that?
I could get real dark here. I've been thinking about it for a while, huh?
You can always get real dark. And she sighs and she goes, yeah, sorry.
So I got this spell called Animal Friendship. I got this difficult coyote.
Difficult?
Well, it's about that time for me to hit the old dusty trail. I gotta go piss. Oh,
Are you going to rape her?
No.
You said difficult. She's difficult.
Yeah, the coyote's difficult.
How is she difficult?
I'm an armadillo. It's hard.
Hard to what? You don't understand what you're doing.
Fight her. If I needed to.
She says,
This is real bad.
she says, sorry about that. That was Blake.
Blake?
Oh, who's Blake?
He's kind of like the top agent. He's real hardcore with this stuff. I try to avoid everything. I'm just a blacksmith.
Well, what's he look like?
I'm just a simple blacksmith.
He's kind of a tall elf.
Damn.
I hate elves.
Blake kind of strikes me like the kind of guy who would be a little bitch.
Uh-oh. I wouldn't say that if I was in front of him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, so let's finish the tour up. So she basically shows you a bunch of different places. There's two different core. How do I say this?
dorms, I would say. Like, they're kind of like, how do I say?
Bumps.
They're not co-ed, but they are at the same time. Like, there's boys, there's a boy version for the dorms, and there's a girl version for the dorms. Are you guys even listening?
Yes.
But, like, at the same time, like, that law is not enforced. Like, they're not going to make you stay in a certain place. You guys would get your own rooms if you talk.
I hear you.
Stop getting your
I
dick wet.
hear you.
You are such a horny bastard.
I honestly, just because I might be able to. I just want to see if I can.
Yeah, sure.
I got animal friendship.
Anyway, and there's basically anything you can think of that's here. Like, there's a little place where you can walk outside and enjoy the sun. There's a pool with a whirlpool in it where, like, it spins in the middle, and there's showers, which you guys don't really understand. You've never seen running water, which is weird for you.
How they got running water in the desert?
How have we not seen running water?
Well, you haven't seen, like, plumbing, basically. This is still D&D. You've seen, like, a river, but you haven't seen, like, it used in a shower head like that. So it's, like, news to you.
Dark Ages.
I feel like in all the places we've been,
You've only been in Soulwood.
our characters have been other places before Soulwood.
True.
I feel like in all the places we've been, we would have at least seen it.
You find it weird. It's only in Xander that you've seen this like that.
Huh.
Unless you've been to, like, a big capital city like Morosil, Falcon Tomb, Espero.
I've been there.
Where have you been?
All places.
All of them?
Sir, what are you
Call
doing?
me a traveler.
I do it all.
I feel like you wouldn't have been able to make it into Espero because only Genasi are allowed in Espero.
I do what I want, though, is where you're wrong. Let's go to Espero right now. This guy's challenging us.
Let's not do that.
Aren't Genasi, like, short?
No, they're elementals.
What is that?
That's like fire. Picture Avatar. Fire,
I know,
air,
I know that, but I'm saying
earth.
looks-wise.
Oh, they're like, it depends on which element they are. Sometimes they're red, sometimes they're...
I thought they were like goat people.
I'm not asking about colors. I thought they were like Silds.
Silds, no.
Well, yeah, but I thought they were like Silds, size-wise.
No.
I don't know what they look like.
No, Genasi are more like bigger. Not like orcs, but like humans, but a little bit bigger and muscular.
Oh, okay. We got them. We'll be good.
2 of you going to the capital city.
You think we won't?
I genuinely don't want to go to Espero because it just doesn't sound like interesting.
Are
to
we
me.
still with the girl?
Yeah, she's just basically showing you a whole bunch of
All right,
different places.
Delilah.
Espero is somewhere that I'd want to go once I get my character, like, you know, to where I want to get him to, like, OP, dragon powers, necromancer, like...
Okay, so Delilah, would you take a look at my weapons and maybe tell me if you know anything about them? I got them from that pocket dimension I was telling you about.
Oh, Soulwood, yeah. Can I check it out?
Yeah.
And you hand her the crossbow?
I turn into a person again.
Uh,
Yeah, so I have
you have a crossbow that's...
I have a crossbow and a dagger, but I also had those 3 axes and a chest piece.
Okay. You guys also have the Liar's Lock that you took from Norris, if you guys remember, which is the scarf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What does it do?
It basically, if someone's lying to you, it'll shock them and they'll have to, like, take D4 of damage every time.
I was gonna say, I thought it wrapped around him and tried to strangle him.
Yeah, but that was the hoods, but, like, a Liar's Lock is also the one that will shock you if you...
I distinctly remember it.
No,
somebody's getting strangled.
I know, but that was from the hoods, if you remember.
This is Scarf.
So, she takes the crossbow from you and she says, and it kind of like, as after she turns back into a human, and it lands into her hands and she goes, oh, this thing's heavy.
You right.
And she turns around and she's like messing with some of the contraptions. She's pulling back the wire that shoots out the arrow. And she goes, wow, this thing's actually really good. I'd wonder who actually did the mechanics on this thing. This is meant for some hefty hands. Can I see the one of the arrows for this?
I hand her an arrow.
Gracefully hand over the arrow.
She puts an arrow in, and she pulls back the wire, and she like shakes it a bit, and something seems off with it. She gives it a questioning glance, and then she points it at you and shoots, and it just kind of like fumbles and goes right to the side of your face and sticks to the wall behind you. She goes, just like I thought. Now, the contraption's really cool. It's just the arrows aren't heavy enough to be with this type of crossbow. This is going to give you a lot of difficult... This will probably go off way if you don't get the right arrows.
Yeah. You got some of those?
I can make some.
Whoa. Well, I'd appreciate it if you could. At some point.
Well, you'd have to talk to Eldric. I'm only supposed to make weapons for agents.
Does that really matter, though? It's like, do you really... What? This is anarchy, and you got rules?
Well, we got rules until there are no rules.
The means to an end.
What? Once we save everything...
See, but how can you really believe in the anarchist mindset if you have rules? Do you guys really stand for what you believe if you have rules? Or do you believe in something else?
Are you trying to persuade her?
I'm just talking to her.
No, Dylan, if you're
talking to her.
No, if you're trying to make a
look, I'm just talking to her, man.
You'd have to make it... Listen, if you want to change your mind on this, you're going to have to make a persuasion roll.
I'll see how the conversation goes. Then I'll make that decision.
Well, here, listen. Of course, we want a means to the end, and we want... Now, I shouldn't be the one saying this. Eldric should be the one talking to you, but it seems like...
You can trust us?
I'm not sure if I can trust you. I kind of just
I put on the scarf. Well, now you should trust me.
Now you just look like a big old dummy.
A big old piece of shit.
Oh, do you not know what this is?
I sure don't.
Oh, this is, it's whatever he said it was a little bit ago.
What?
Liar's Lock? When I wear this scarf, if I lie, it'll shock me. And it'll deal D4 damage.
Okay.
So I could not lie to you while wearing this.
Alright. She smiles, and Howland, do you have anything to add to this?
Eddie, you gotta do all the lying. Can't do a lot of lying here.
Okay, so you just set yourself up to set me up, so I'm gonna have to lie for you.
No, I mean, like, we both want our shit fixed, right?
What do I have that's broken? Where are we? What's going on?
We're in the blacksmith. She looked at my crossbow. She told me I had arrows that were too small for it.
At this point, you guys have settled down. You are basically outside and in the sun, but there's also an umbrella sitting at this table that you guys are at, and someone just brought you food. And
Wow.
she was looking at the crossbow.
Okay, so this isn't like in-game or anything, but I need you to tell me what I have that may or may not be broken. Like, what do I have on me?
You have your spell book.
Okay.
I forget how much gold I gave you guys. You don't really have anything broken, but I remember last session you said you wanted to go to the blacksmith to try and get different weapons.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like what I would even want.
Right.
Poison tip dagger.
Yeah.
This is what you had at the end of Soulwood.
See, here's the problem. Like, I would normally ask for a new dagger or something, but the thing is, once I get the wand, which is the main thing that my character is after, that's going to be like my main weapon for everything, and what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna have, like, the wand, but it's gonna turn into, like, a magical, like, weapon, and I'm gonna have some kind of poison magic going on with that. That's gonna be really cool. So it's like, I don't want a weapon.
Well, we're basically trying to convince her to fix our things without real permission from the guy.
It's like everything I'm interested in is magical, unfortunately. Kind of just like...
What was the last thing she said?
She smiled and she goes, basically you guys paused the moment. She's like, oh, well, okay. Are you a good guy?
Yeah, I'm a good guy.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'm pretty good. I do this.
Well. You remember when you killed Andrew and Mitch for no reason?
All right.
We can't. I wouldn't consider someone a bad person for anything.
I was going to say, that's to us, like, we're not bad people.
Backs against
that's not
the
a
wall.
lie.
We did what we had to do.
You can't just ask somebody if they're evil and then have them be a
Okay.
lie or not. That's...
You believe that? I think you should roll for charisma against yourself.
I don't even, like, the less I roll this, the more I feel good about this.
I know. Roll for charisma.
It hit everything.
Okay. All right.
Mm,
Charisma saving throw.
+4. It's 22.
How do you have a +4?
I had God rolls. Do you not remember that?
Oh yeah, fuck.
And I've had shit rolls since.
All right. The scarf doesn't do anything. She goes, okay, well, how good are you? Have you killed someone before?
And I'm like, well, I can speak for both of us here, and I can tell you. And I look at her with my frog face. I'm like, listen, me. We've all killed somebody once, but we did it for noble means.
I feel like you need to roll deception there.
David, I'm a frog.
You gotta roll deception.
David, there's no poker face on a frog.
You gotta roll deception.
David,
You're lying! You gotta roll deception!
I'm lying, but I'm a frog!
He's lying. I
These
wouldn't
are-
even be lying. I never just killed a guy.
These are frog lies.
Mitch, I did not kill. Mitch has nothing to do with me or Eddie. It was
You
all
literally-
Frisk. All Frisk.
Roll
All
deception,
Frisk.
Ed. D20.
Oh my god.
Mitch
David-
is literally the only one I feel kind of bad about.
18.
Well, she smiles even more toothier, and she takes a sip of the drink that she had there, and she's like, okay. What do you want from me?
What?
Well, this one actually isn't even a lie. Well,
I didn't choose words here.
for me it's not a lie. I may be interested in having you help me create some kind of equipment down the line. Nothing right now. Maybe.
Well, you'd have to be an agent for that.
Okay,
See.
Bitch. I didn't do that. That's not in the game.
See, no, I'd like to have a friend I could trust on the inside before I committed to anything about what seems like a big militaristic organization that I didn't know about before I showed up and they asked me to join them. So you must see where I'm coming from.
Alright, pause real quick. Work with me here. You know what you want also to do with this girl that you've been trying
That's
to...
not even a big thing, though, so
But,
that's
like-
on the back burner at all times.
Okay, is it at the back burner?
Yeah, I'm not actively trying, but I am wooing this girl all the time.
But is that what you want?
One of
Like-
the things.
What do you mean? I want her to help me out with
All
my
right.
weapons
All right,
without
sure.
having to ask permission from Eldric, because he seemed like an ass.
Alright. Unpause. This next question is something that you guys are going to have to answer and not bullshit. Otherwise, you're going to get hit with D4 damage and she's going to hate it. She's not going to trust you. So, okay. How come you can't get along with Eldric?
Really? It's just
Out
because
of
he's
game,
kind of
I-
a dick.
Out of
Really.
the game, I have no idea.
Like-
no idea. That dude just seemed like an asshole.
I
so
can
I
tell
got
you
mad.
why.
Why?
Authority figures.
Yeah.
Well, okay, like, maybe, but in our defense, fuck him.
Honestly,
Also, by the way, David, I need another one of these right now.
just honestly, it has to do a lot with we just showed up here not by our own free will, and we had someone giving us a join or die ultimatum, which kills me.
You know, that's actually pretty
What
fair.
is that one?
That one was nothing.
And she takes the scarf from you and she wraps it around herself and she puts her hands around her afro and she goes, "How do I look?"
Good.
I'm just a frog.
She punches you in the shoulder and she says, "You know,
Oh, it's on.
you guys are pretty cool." And she leans back and she takes a sip of the drink and she's looking around. She says, "I don't know what guys are trying to get out of this place, but if all you guys are here to do is to survive rather than die out in the sand, I would say that's worth it."
Wait a minute.
You're a real reasonable gal.
Hold on. Didn't we have somebody else with us?
Aloe. You left her with Arya and Dwink.
Nice.
Because you remember you guys got certain
sad.
skills, but like she had a squirrel tail and buck teeth.
Oh yeah. Shut up.
Wait, do we have things showing on us in
No,
our animal form?
he does,
Wait, what? What?
but you can
You
control that.
fat tongue.
I was gonna say, like, frog's tongue isn't fat though. It's like a
Long.
sticky thing.
Yeah, you can control that. That was my favorite moment.
Yeah, but
though.
when it comes into your mouth, it's definitely fat.
When Arya was like, "You might have little leftover things," and you're like what? And she just
I could have killed her in that moment.
yeah.
You fucking fucked.
Fucked
up.
So
So who else is there, that we should probably get acquainted with?
Magwell, she's such a sweetheart. I love Magwell.
I generally don't do well with the higher-ups. I don't feel like I'm getting the truth out of them,
She puts the scarf down and she says,
Wait, what?
it's hot out. What do you mean?
It's weird.
Why is it weird?
Like, if she had done it after she said something, right after I asked her something,
Fine, she picks it back up and she's like,
right.
she's like, I'm a good person. She goes, no. She puts it back down and she goes, Magwell is kind of the one who helped us do this. I would trust her farther than I can throw, you. Then she was pointing at the frog.
I'm just biting my tongue.
I don't know. There's a whole bunch of people that you can meet here. There's all like you already met Foley, and she points over to a hobgoblin who seems to be like kind of I would say one of those loan shark types. He's like flipping a coin over by a bunch of people and like talking to a group of people, like he has a silver tongue or something like that. Looks like he's causing some havoc. There's just a whole bunch of people here.
I hate you for that. I hate you for a bunch of things in this game.
What
Things
did
I
I do?
asked for? No, shut up. Things I asked for in this game showed up in this game in ways I cannot access them.
What do you mean?
I asked for the hobgoblin. You said no, that would never work. Then you put him in the fucking game.
He's not a sorcerer though. He's a bard. He's a bard.
He is though.
He's a bard
He's my idea, and my idea says he was a sorcerer.
and a bard, and that just wasn't gonna fly.
David, he sucks at being a bard. That's the point. He can dual class because he doesn't get anything out of the bard. He is a bard. Like, he was trained to be I don't know, get into it. Then I read this, and, it still says Dire Pup and Schmebbles.
Well, you remember Aloe? She had that tooth.
Fucking stupid. What did she have?
The tooth that was from Schmebbles.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. What are you gonna do that? Fucking masturbate on it? Yeah, no. So talking back to Delilah. I've had this thing on my mind since we left Soulwood, and, I don't really have anyone I can talk to about it, but it's really been bothering me. When I got dragged into Soulwood, I had, my puppy. He's a dire wolf. His name was Schmebbles. He was with me.
Dire wolves are very rare.
I know. But I had one. And I loved him. But when I woke up in Soulwood, he wasn't there. And at the end, when, Big Bad finally showed itself, it had my dog with it. And I had to watch it get killed again.
She looks back at you, and she kind of puts her cup down, and she puts her hands on her other hand, and her eyes are a little trembling, and she says, I'm really sorry to hear that.
It's alright. I just needed to get that out there.
You guys finish your conversation with Delilah. She bids you guys a smile and a toss of her hand from her forehead out towards you in a wave as she goes back to whatever business she was doing, leaving you in the courtyard where everybody seems to be. It's almost like a beach without an ocean. People are just walking by, having conversations at tables, outside tanning. Some people are running, and there's something that you guys might even think of as volleyball. Looks like most people are just chatting away, having a good time. And I think you sit back in the seats with a table, and there's a little umbrella keeping you guys in the shade from the sun above you. And you guys sit back as just a random dude walks by and he puts some drinks down on the table for you. And I think you guys, look at it, look around, grab the drink, sip on it. And I think for the first time in a long time for you guys, this is the most relaxed you've been. And that's the scene as the camera slowly starts panning out from you guys just taking a drink of that cold beverage that man just gave you. As you're staring around and watching all of the kind happiness around you, and we pan out and out and out until we get a nice shot of this magnificent pink castle, the sun shining down on it, and then the camera cuts. The camera cuts back to what we don't know. A dark room, somewhere. The voices are echoed. Where? We don't know. Who? We don't know. In the darkness, we hear something. Who are these new people?
I have no idea.
Will they change anything?
Perhaps.
Should we stop them?
Perhaps.
And Alphonse?
We've located him.
Where?
Handsome.
Let's test the grit of these new people. Let's see what they can do. Send them to retrieve Alphonse. And then the camera cuts.